Morning. Here we are. Hello, 2021. I know we're a couple of days in, but it's the first for us. So I'm going to give you a minute to grab your coffee, your tea, all that jazz. Oh, this is an interesting tea flavor today. I don't know what kind it is, but it kind of takes my breath away for a sec. So that means it's got to be good for you. Please say hi, say hello in the comments as you join us this morning. I'm waiting for you. Monday morning. Good morning, Meladine. Beautiful day in Valley View. Yeah, and how about you conquering some fears right off the top in 2021? I am so proud of you. Good morning, Jim from Buffalo, New York. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Check in the comments as you join us for coffee. I'm just going to give about 30 more seconds for people to connect with us, and then we'll do a little coffee club this morning. Or for me, it's tea. I'm going to really try hard. You can check my cup every day for me. I'm switching to tea just for a little bit of a reset. Hello, Mike LaBelle. Hello, Midge. How's day one going for you? Oh, look at this, Mike. If you're still here, someone's happy you are. That's a good thing, I guess. Kathy Cooey, good morning. Now, we might be missing a few of our regular clubbers this morning because I know it is day one for many parents in Alberta. Some of our Alberta moms could be MIA this morning as it is day one of the home learning from school. I'm not sure if I constructed that sentence right at all. Welcome to the new year. It's going to be Talk How You Want to Talk year. I noticed a lot of anxiety for this morning for people online, whether they had posted last night or into early this morning. They got up early. A lot of people nervous about the way homeschooling is going to work for kids for this week. And fingers crossed, because we know it doesn't always stay as we are told, that it'll just be for this 1 week. But I saw a lot of anxiousness floating around that this morning. So if you have moms in your life or dads, but let's be honest, this is usually going to fall to the moms. But if you have parents, let's say, if you have parents in your life who have kids who are homeschooling this week, I want you to reach out to them today and just let them know you think they're rock stars, you believe in them, and you know they can do it. So there you go. That's what you need to do today. Meladine says she was a pot a day coffee girl. I only ever drink, honestly, I drink a cup of coffee when I'm chatting with you, and sometimes I'll have one more. I don't drink a ton of coffee, and I'll also drink a lot of decaf, believe it or not, but I'm just taking a 30-day break from coffee. But lots of variety in tea. You'll enjoy the switch. Thank you. We're just going to try taking a little Ross and Rachel break. I had to hide all the coffee pods in the basement. Maybe that will help. But how are you doing? How is the start of this year been for you? I think it has been, depending, again, I think probably because the majority of people I know and because of where I live, I see a lot of news coming out of Alberta over the last couple of days. I took a good break from social media. I took a break from my phone. I took a break from my computer. I have not fired up this girl since last week, and it felt amazing. So thank you for allowing this little break on coffee chat as well. But we are back to being here every single day at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. This is our place to connect. This is our community. This is our opportunity to have a place where you don't feel alone. If you've never been to Virtual Coffee Club before, because I know we've got some new people hanging out, this is your safe space to come and be. And Greg shares that single dads are rock stars, 100%. And now I didn't mean to just single out moms this morning, but some of us experience dads in many different ways. So there are some amazing dads out there. So I am proud of you. You are rock stars. Jim's on the Diet Pepsi. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Jim. Midge, yep, I know you're 30-day resetting. So welcome to day one with you. Kelly says we're doing 30 days, no sugar, no alcohol, no bad food choices, right? And so sometimes I think it's January becomes this month where there's a really ridiculous amount of pressure put on yourself. I was talking to my mom about this yesterday, and I get that, right? When a new year comes, it gives us the opportunity to be like, okay, this year I want to do these things. I've got these goals. And I was contemplating over the weekend too, and just doing a bit of journaling in what's the balance, and maybe some of the go-getters of this club can help us out. But I've just food for thought this morning is what is the balance of setting yourself some incredible goals, whether you want to call them goals, intentions. I don't know if we really call anything resolutions anymore, because to me, it seems like there's something you have to resolve. I don't know if that feels super positive. But anyway, I like the word intention. Some people like the word goal, whatever it is. What's the balance between setting those, giving yourself enough pressure to reach them, but not going too far that you think you're going to change your whole entire life just because it's a brand new year? Do you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people feel the pressure from the intense marketing that comes at us this time of year. You feel like, I think we're in an interesting year, switch over year, because COVID through 2020 just really stopped us in our tracks. And so a lot of the intentions that we had set for last year, we couldn't necessarily follow through on, or you couldn't follow through in the way that you thought you could or wanted to. So then you feel like maybe you're like, I didn't accomplish anything, so I've got so much gaining to do. So where does that, go up from giving yourself too much pressure to doing something? Because you know what, last year, and I said this when we connected on the 31st, is that we accomplished more in 2020 than you may think possible. And it might not look like those measurable things you write down, but mentally, I think that we grew leaps and bounds in that year. You guys, that is exhausting. That is a lot for a body to take. The amount of change that we went through, the amount of adapting that we did, and the amount of resilience that we built in 2020 is pretty freaking phenomenal. So give yourself a pat on the back because you made it. Okay, you made it. And I want 2020 to be a year where, like I said before, we're stepping into our greatness. But that does not mean by any chance, I don't know, hit the like buttons or the love buttons or the thumbs down button, whatever it shows up for you. You don't have to change your entire self to be whatever those things are that you want. You already have that greatness with you right now. It's just unlocking it. Amanda shares that she's getting back into 5 days a week, 60 minutes of cardio. That's aggressive, but you're a fitness instructor. That's in your wheelhouse. Lance says that same as every year, his resolution is he ain't drinking any more or any less. Keeping her status quo, Lance. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Mike's giving up alcohol in 2021. Gosh, it's about time. Good for you. And then Amanda shares too that she tries to breathe daily and know at the end of the day, her and her alone is in charge of her journey. No one but her can define what her journey is and how she'll achieve it. Right? So that's a great way to balance that pressure that we were talking about. right? Maybe you just need to be kinder and gentler to yourself in 2021. Maybe you need to be, as Jim shares, a kinder, gentler person on social media, right? I hope that's a goal a lot more people take. I think that's maybe the surprising thing about 2020 is people got nasty in 2020. We saw a side of people we hadn't seen before. And I don't know, maybe for our American friends who join us, if this is a valid or fair statement, but I think traditionally, stereotypically, I will call it, right? As Canadians, we're very passive, probably more passive aggressive than anything, but we're very passive and we're very go with the flow, and we apologize for every damn thing that we do, and we don't get really aggressive about stuff generally, right? As compared to, say, what we see coming out of the United States. And I'm painting brushes. I'm stereotyping all over the place if you're just tuning in. But stereotypically, Canadians are much more passive. Americans seem much more aggressive. I felt like we were all the same in 2020 in what you would see on social media. People were crazy. And I'm not saying you can't get angry about stuff or fired up about things, but people, we need to continue the kindness revolution into this year. Morning, Corey. Kelly says, 2 weeks of being bad, I need to get moving to feel better, right? Like, we give ourselves breaks, but then there's time to get back into routine. There's time to get back into what you did before. If you know those things that made you feel better, if you haven't been feeling great and you need to change something to make yourself feel great, now you have the opportunity, because we have sort of this reset-ish like thing. But you know what? There's no rule that says because the 1st of January has been here, we should already be 4 days into these massive changes that we wanted to make in our lives. You know what? If you want to take this time frame, whatever that looks like for you, to figure out what it is you would like to do, I will confess to you today, I'm normally somebody who, when I'm super nerdy about a paper day planner. As much as I work in the world of technology, I cannot have a digital day timer or planner or whatever you want to call them. I need a paper one. I need to write stuff down. I want to color things. The act of writing, I somehow locks it into my brain better. I don't know. It's my crutch. It's my love. It's my thing. Not giving it up. Not going digital. I can't. Although it would make life easier, but I can't. So normally the flip over of a new year, like, you get the new day timer, you get to nerd out hard, right? Like, I'm talking breaking out new pens, Post-it notes, the whole works. I could not do that this weekend. I just could not get myself excited about that. I wasn't ready to start planning my new year yet. I needed a few more days just to transition into some of those things that I want to do. And for a few hours, probably most of the weekend, let's be honest, I was feeling really guilty about that, or shitty, or something. There was this funk that I felt over the weekend, and that I wasn't gearing up enough. And so I was worried that I wasn't feeling motivated, but I just needed to process pieces. Right? I feel so much stronger and ready to roll as of this morning. And that's okay. So if you need a little more time to figure out what your 2020, that's really hard to say, 2021 is going to look like, give yourself that space. There's no rule. If you want to start your goals in February, start them in February. Maybe you want to make some goals. Like, I always find that I have all these really cool ideas, and I think I have to start everything right now, because I'm a right now kind of person. And I've learned over the years that sometimes some of those goals need to start a little later in the year, a few things at a time. Maybe it's one thing at a time, right? Maybe if this is the year that you want to start feeling better, You're just going to start by going for a walk every day. Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe it says you want to add 10 mindful minutes to your day, where you're going to take 10 minutes where you're going to focus on breathing. You're going to take a moment of gratitude. I would love it. I think this world would transform into this really cool place if everybody started their day or ended their day with a moment of gratitude, right? Gratitude is powerful, my friends. It is powerful. But it can be little things. It doesn't have to be this massive transformation. I mean, right now, maybe you just need to keep on going because our COVID world has continued, right? That didn't shift. 12:01 on Friday morning, we didn't all of a sudden end a pandemic, right? It continued. So maybe it's just giving yourself the grace that you just need to continue in how you were. Again, maybe it's the one thing you want to change. Maybe you want to drink tea for 30 days with me instead of coffee. Something as simple as that. Right? I just think there's an awful lot of pressure that gets put into January. And even when we take moments where we're like, okay, I'm not going to succumb to this pressure. I'm going to live my own journey this year. I'm going to whatever that looks like. But, being someone who lives and breathes in the marketing world, the marketing is intense in January for you to just find all of your flaws and change them. And although I love marketing, I'm just trying to flip through it. I'm like, I don't think I have any clients who currently want you to change your lives. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with this pick your flaw and fix it now that it's the new year. If there's something you want to improve in your life, that you want to get better at, that you want to learn, that you want to do, that you want to be better at, choose that. Because we can all benefit from being better at anything that we do, right? We want to be better, always. Doesn't mean we're not great. We just want to strive for betterness. That's an okay thing. Those are my thoughts on this Monday morning. I appreciate so hugely that you continue to come and hang out with us for 20 minutes every day. Like I said before, we're back after the Christmas holidays even though it's still Christmas behind me a little bit, got to work on that. We're going to be here every day at 9 a.m. to connect on different things. If there are some things, I think because I have a unique opportunity with the line of work that I did previous to, I have access to a great number of people and information. I feel so blessed to have such a great network of connectors. So my thoughts and curious to you question are, fun Fridays. Is there people you'd love to hear from? Is there topics you'd love to learn more about? Is there things that you think we should chat about? Feel free to add those to the comments and let me know what you're thinking. We can sort of build Coffee Club to be anything we want it to do. Would you want to see, I was thinking, would you want more then? Like, would you want a lunch and learn about a particular topic that we do during the noon hour or something like that? There's different opportunities that we could kind of build and do as I'm sort of structuring, hey, what could 2021 look like for me? What are some of the things that I can do to help you? My passion and my purpose in this world is to help other people. So how does that look like, and what could that look like for you? Now, do I want to do lunch and learns every single day? I wish. That would be fantastic. My schedule wouldn't allow for that. But every once in a while, is there a cool topic that you would like to learn more about that I could track down an expert in to help us with something? We have an opportunity to learn a few things and to do a few things. And Fun Fridays could be still a place where we get somebody to come in and tell us some stories, and we just kind of keep it light and fun on a Friday. But maybe On Wednesdays at noon, we want to do some sort of learning something, maybe about wellness, maybe about health, maybe about whatever. I can find some people to join us for those types of things. So just let me know in the comments. Maybe you'll think of it as later and ideas will pop into your brain, but feel free to continue that conversation or send me a private message about some of those ideas. And let's build 2021 where we are stepping into our greatness. And how can I help you step into your greatness in this amazing new year? And I know it's been a long haul and we still feel it with all the things that are happening in our world. But friends, great things are going to happen this year. They are, and you are a huge part of that. So I'm really excited to see what happens. So keep the conversation going. Let me know things that you would like to learn more about in 2021. And we'll continue to have some fun together here on Virtual Coffee Club. Have an amazing rest of your Monday, my friends. Cheers to you. Cheers to all of the parents who are having an interesting week with homeschooling, and fingers crossed that it's only going to be for just this week. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Bye, everyone.